Good morning, everybody. Well, it is a beautiful January day here outside of Quartzsite, Arizona. We're here for the Quartzsite Pow-Wow. If you're not familiar, pretty much simultaneously you have three ginormous rock shows going on. You have the Pow-Wow, you have the Tyson Wells show, and Desert Gardens. Now, there's a 0% chance that I'm going to be able to capture it all on video. That'd be like a 5-hour video or something. But we rolled in yesterday, beautiful out, right? Like it's like 50. And behind me back there, that is the town of Quartzsite. We slept up in the cheese wedge last night. Back there is an ocean of RVs. And back here, there's not an ocean of RVs because, well, if you have a vehicle that can drive through washes and stuff, you get to get away from them all. Well, we're gonna go cruise around town a little bit. The focus on this video is going to be the Pow-Wow show, meeting up with some friends, seeing what people got. It should be pretty dang good.
And
it's
what the heck, guys?
So crazy to see people nowadays talking to cameras.
Right? Nut jobs, talking to cameras.
Jared, currently rockhounding, actually currently shopping.
Yes.
Yes, you too.
And so is Micah.
Yes, you too.
And Sarah.
AZ Rockhound Expeditions.
Keeper of Micah.
Rabble rousing as usual.
Yeah. Oh man, the show's big. Not many shows you can drive through.
I know, right? See,
Okay, you guys, you know this guy, all right? You know him. Oh, you know him too. Hey, okay, Canyon Rim Polka Dot, right?
Mm-hmm.
These two fellas. You guys are down here at the Pow-Wow. You guys brought a ton of stuff, and
best of the best.
did all of it make it? Because you have some fragile stuff.
Two pieces.
Two pieces.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
No.
That's pretty good. All right. Well, what's your booth number here?
217.
217? Sweet. All right, well, I'm going to walk around. If you guys haven't gone out to the Polka Dot and the Canyon Rim, you absolutely should. It is a fantastic dig. I got some, like, top-tier thunder eggs.
Oh, yeah.
I have top-tier thunder eggs. It's not hard, though.
No.
That's easy.
No.
It's easy digging, but it is a dirt lottery. Not
Yeah.
all of them are
Yes.
going to be top tier.
All right. Well, I can't wait to see what you guys brought here. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
When I was talking about delicate things, I was talking about pieces like that, where you're like, that's a rough transport.
you two guys, yeah, I was there when it comes on 25. Okay. Oh, if I either. Okay.
Oh, wait. It's coming home. I need a beer for my new beer cozy.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Nice.
So it's still very early. People are kind of setting up. We're just doing a little cruise through here. It's interesting to see all these big outdoor shows. Okay, well,
You came at a good time, man. You really did.
Before we look at your amazing crystals,
Okay.
who's this with like the
This is cinnamon.
most epic eyebrows ever?
If we got $1 a pet, we'd be rich already.
Yeah, who
man.
needs to sell rocks and crystals? Okay. Who
that's
who
cinnamon.
are you and what are we about to look at here?
My name's Mike, and my son Ryan's wandering around back there, and we just started up Rockhounding Envy a couple years ago, and I'd say about 80-90% of what you see on our tables here we have self-collected.
So-
Mostly Nevada, some Utah, some
a lot
Arizona.
of crystals.
So these crystals here are pretty unique. Tessin habit crystals are only found elsewhere in Switzerland in the Swiss Alps. So pretty unique formation. Some people even say they could be mini Lemurians. These are found at about 8,000 feet in the Ruby Mountains up in northern Nevada. We have a claim. And what's really interesting is every once in a while we will find some with mica, silver mica flakes included in them.
That is gorgeous.
And it gets, once in a while, if you hit it just right, you'll get a rainbow flare off of that.
I gotta I'm not trying to knock your photo skills, but the photo you sent me did not do this justice. Like real life, it looks like the shimmer, like it pops.
No photos do. And,
Yeah.
any rocks, it just doesn't do them justice.
This is another
So
one.
that's pretty much our biggest find, double terminated with clay and mica included in it. But
I like crystals,
Right.
okay, but crystals with inclusions I think are like that like there's a lot of crystals in the world.
yeah,
You start looking at like interesting formations, like Japan Law Twins, inclusions, things like that, and it gets like extra.
well, you
amazing.
can maybe challenge me on this when you get home, but Google mica included crystals. You probably aren't going to find any pictures online of this anywhere. So to me, as far as I know, it's pretty unique.
Yeah, these are great.
And then the formations you mentioned, they're laser crystals. You can see, and so here's your normal six-sided prism, everyday quartz crystal. You can see that these almost look 3 or 4-sided.
Yeah.
And they come down to a perfect narrow tip. And majority of the ones we have on the table here, the tips come right out of the ground from Mother Nature, just absolutely perfect. And then every once in a while, instead of mica included, we'll come across some smoky tips. Yeah, we got a little dust out here in the desert, but we'll get some smokies. Maybe 10% of what we find is smokies. But majority of what we find is probably right here in front of you, like these guys. This is the type. And you can see there's a lot of double terminations.
Yeah.
And they have the striation lines like the Brazilian crystals have. So.
And are you doing like shipping? Are you doing online stuff? What's the?
We have not really got into online stuff, but trust me, if you shoot me an email and you're interested in some of these unique crystals, yes, we will. We'll send you some crystals.
From the Red Cloud.
Have you been to the Red? Did you get to do that?
We have not done the Red Cloud, but it is a very well known.
So they sold it.
Oh, okay.
But I just
when did that happen?
Just like a couple months ago.
Oh well, I'm
Because
totally clueless.
we're here for the show, and it's only an hour and a half here from the show. These are the really good ones.
Yeah, that's a
This
beautiful
one-
wolfenite.
This one is that's almost as big as they get. Mm-hmm. The guy had a couple that were about 3/4 of an inch. He called this piece the butterfly. The owner, he wanted $40K for it.
That's more than what I have
So
to
we
spend.
think we have pretty fair prices
Yeah.
when you think of that. That one is like absolutely
Yeah, I mean these are some like
just about flawless.
some beautiful little thumbnails.
They are, yeah.
Or I don't know, more maybe micro like P1
but
box
then
mounted.
like this guy.
Yeah,
The
that's
little crystals in that cavern are absolutely perfect. They're little tiny little squares. They're
Yeah.
so cool looking. And then all this white fluoresces purple.
nice.
Yes.
Under what spectrum? Like
Under long range.
long wave.
Yeah, under long. I've got a beast like you do, a long wave.
Well, you got all man. It just goes and
So
goes
look,
and goes.
we just
Well, man, it goes on and on and on. I appreciate you sharing all of your material. Thank you.
yeah, and then like I was
are-
telling you, you'll have to come and hike up with us and dig for crystals with us.
Yeah, I want to look at these one more time because your included pieces here are very nice.
Yeah.
Very beautiful stuff. All right, one last look here at your business card. People can definitely just go follow you on Instagram. Go.
Yeah, and
Check
we've
out
got
some
some
cool photos.
fluorescents. We got some cool fluorescents as well from the Nevada desert. And some other good stuff. So
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
thank you so
thank you,
much for
Jared.
sharing everything with me. I appreciate it. And yes, I would love to come out there and go climb some hills with you.
that'd be great.
I gotta admit, the shirt caught my eye. Yeah, the shirt caught my eye. Okay. So, who are you? What are we going to look at here? You have a lot of great purple
My name's
rocks.
Kurt Kluwe, and I'm the sole proprietor of Kluwe's Gems, and I've got very rare material, including the Wingate agate. I've got Sonoran Sunrise, I've got Sugilite, and I've got a lot of other stuff that people do not carry.
Can we look at the Sugilite?
Sure.
So, Sugilite is something that I've seen a lot
It's
of. I
out of
don't
the-
necessarily know a ton about this stuff.
It's out of the South African mine, the Wesel mine, and there's no more coming out. Either China or the Afghans have bought it all out, and it's
So you got some rough, you got some slabs.
Yeah, I got everything. I've got a pile of the rough over here. Like here's this stuff here. I mean, you don't see pieces of sugilite this big anymore.
That is impressive.
And then these, all the cabs, I do all the cutting myself.
She or he goes, that woman.
You know, I mean, even just the rough is impressive.
Yeah.
Like just, you know.
Well, even, you know, this has, you know, it's got some waste, the manganese. It's actually a manganese mine.
Okay.
And they're mining for the manganese. And the sugilite, bustamite, and the rictorite is actually a byproduct of the sugilite, of the manganese.
So I mean, when you have a lot of cabochons over here and stuff, and you have some carvings. What are you looking for in the rough? Are you looking for stuff that has like some of the manganese in it?
Different people like different things. Some people like the sugilite, you know. Some people like the rictorite in it. You know, like put this one up to the sun and where it shines. You can see where it shines through.
Okay. Well, that's really hard. Go like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is very beautiful stuff.
See, you can see how this is gel.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
And as rare as sugilite is, if you look up at GIA, only 20% of it will fluoresce, and it fluoresces orange.
Under what spectrum?
Shortwave.
Shortwave?
Yeah. I had one guy came by yesterday, and he was asking about it, and I told him these people over here and half of what he had, I gave him price of what it's worth. Half of what he had fluoresced orange, and he was stoked. Like I said, well, that's worth double what I just told you the prices are.
What you said you had I'm sorry, the
Wingate?
Wingate.
Over. Well, you saw the big piece.
This here is the Wingate.
That is beautiful.
And then this here is the Siberian jade out of Russia, which you cannot get anymore.
Yeah.
With all what's going on with the Russia and all that. And then this is a new material out of Mexico. You can see all the crystals and everything in it.
And that's called lattice lace.
Very nice.
And then you got the Sonoran sunrise or sunset, both goes.
I mean, this right here, let's put some sunlight on this.
Oh.
Like, obviously, with what is currently going on in the world, this is unlikely to just appear again anytime soon.
Right.
You know, maybe someday.
See, you
maybe
can
someday,
see how this has the
yeah.
chatoyancy in it too.
Yeah. Gorgeous stuff.
Hey, appreciate your videos. Learned a lot.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you do great videos.
What's your name?
Scott.
Scott.
Josh.
I'm Jared.
Yep.
We're talking about this guy's rocks over here. Have you seen what he has?
How technical you get. You taught me a lot about saw blades and how to maintain my blades. And
Thank you.
What ones to buy. Yeah, you got a great channel, man. Thanks.
I appreciate it. Have you seen this guy's stuff?
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, so I agree with you.
Here's some of the slabs of the Wingate.
Oh man. Okay. Look at that. That's good stuff.
Well, you can't get it anymore.
Yeah.
It's ordinance now. It's DOD, and you can't go in there because there's ordinance, so nobody can go in and collect anymore.
It's definitely not the place that you want to go.
No. Well, actually, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
I'd sign a waiver.
My hair feels nice.
Oh, okay, yeah, and you got a ton of slabs over here as
Yeah.
well. Hey, do you have a contact info, like business card?
I do.
I'm sure there's going to be some people seeing this that are going to want some of this beautiful, beautiful purple rock. Oh, there we go.
Oh, you know
Look
what?
at that. All right.
Actually, one of the flyers.
You can
Are they in here?
reach out to him,
Oh, there
send
you
him an
go.
email.
Box.
Looks like he's on eBay and doing the Etsy thing. Very cool.
He's going to be in Tucson, too.
Oh,
you
yeah.
go-
I'll be in the Tucson show coming up.
Oh, perfect.
So if you want to come by there, you're more than welcome.
You can come by and bother you, look at all
Yes.
your rocks, pick them up. Sweet.
So what was your
It's a
name?
bigger spot there, so he'll have more rocks.
My name's Jared.
Jared?
Oh, there we go.
And his page is
Currently rockhounding. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me everywhere.
cool.
Well, thank you so much for giving
No
us
problem.
a walk around. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
beautiful stuff.
A lot of it's threaded with opal. It's just, yeah, it's gorgeous material. Yeah, that one's a big chunk of chocolate opal intruding into the seam. This is the newest stuff. I just recently, about a month ago, found this deposit of root beer and lavender lace agate.
So how's the show been treating you?
Good, good. I'm a paleo artist. Before you leave, you'll get a chance.
Oh,
This.
so what am I looking at here? What
These are carved out of African mahogany.
That's really cool.
That's mango wood and oak. And like I say, these were all in the collection of the Crater Rock Museum for 6 months in their fossil room.
Oh,
I donate them to the museums to display, and then I'll get them back.
that's in Medford. Wait, no.
Central Point.
Central Point.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And feel free if you want to pick something up. These are just handle the base. And I do monoblock carving, so I'll start with a solid block and then remove everything that I don't want.
Very nice stuff.
Yeah, I try to carve as, like I say, as scientifically accurate and detailed as possible.
And what's this?
That's root beer calcite.
Oh, okay.
That's out of the Drum Mountain area. It actually, I found a exposure of this in the middle of one of my agate claims and just thought I'd pick it up and bring it home.
Very nice
Threw it
stuff.
in the muriatic acid, and yeah, it came out quite gorgeous.
And hey,
My rockhounds.
hey, buddy, are they friendly?
Oh yeah.
Hey. Very cute dog.
Got to have the rockhounds with you. You know what it's like.
I do know what it's
Hi,
like.
bud.
Well, these are very impressive. If
Thank you.
somebody's, so these are all for sale.
Yes. Yep.
And well, I
Let
guess
me get you a card.
You have a lot of stuff that's for sale.
It's all for sale. Yeah. I stay busy.
Yeah, let me. Yeah, if you got a card, I'd like to.
Absolutely. And definitely dig around in there. There is all kinds of amazing pieces.
Let me see it. Oh, here. Oh, you give me two.
They're different.
Oh.
But I have a stone business and my art business. All the contact info is the same.
So if people want to get a hold of you for some rock,
Yeah, I have some gorgeous material.
probably Instagram and email is ideal.
Yes. And like I say, I specialize in stuff no one else has.
Yeah. You got some great stuff here.
Stunning.
Very beautiful.
Yeah, I have greatly enjoyed watching your guys' videos.
Oh, well,
It's,
thank you.
One of
Thank
the
you.
things that actually got me into the gem hunting. I did gold in Alaska for like 40 years.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, and honestly, I made basically just enough to live on.
Yeah, I mean, people have this idea, I think, about like gold prospecting that like, oh, you could potentially be rolling in it.
It's probably
thanks to reality TV.
Yes, it's probably
but-
5% of gold miners get rich.
Yeah, I mean, it's a struggle.
It is.
It's a struggle.
It is, and it's insane amount of hard work. And most of the time, you're barely breaking even on your gas and your travel costs. But like anything else, it's a little bit of an addiction.
Yeah.
You know exactly what I'm talking
Well,
about.
the rocks are more prevalent, and there's more variety. I mean, there's some cool gold variety. They're like wire gold, crystal
There
gold.
is.
But like, for the most part, it's like placer
It's nowhere
dust.
near as exciting as finding a new deposit of gemstone.
Yes, I agree with. I concur. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, sorry, I'm.
Yeah, not a problem.
Let's go this way. There we go.
This was very exciting for me to meet you guys.
Well,
Thank you.
I appreciate you taking the time showing us all of your rocks and your cool carvings.
Yeah, this is my first year, and so you'll probably see more of me.
And I never knew that dogs could drive. I guess you taught them sitting in the driver's seat over there.
Yeah, so they can follow me while I'm hiking. Yeah.
This is kind of a big deal for me because I have looked at so much of this guy's work. This is Gene Mueller. Gene Mueller.
It says Miller. It's Mueller.
And we're at the gem shop, and you're the owner of the gem shop?
Well, I started it.
You started
I mean,
it.
it's a corporation, so there's multiple owners.
And there's a lot of rock here, but specifically one of the things that I wanted to chat with you about a little bit is your intarsia work. Okay. You have done a lot of intarsia,
Yes.
and we'll put some pictures up here on the screen because I've looked at a lot of it, mostly to kind of try to like learn from it and deconstruct how some of these pieces were created so that I could try to learn a little bit because I'm an amateur. I'm an amateur at it, and you've done hundreds and hundreds of pieces.
Hundreds, yes, but yes, it's the later ones that became more complicated or were a little bit of advanced in technique and kind of thing. But
One of the things that you've done somewhere it's like the top layer is a piece of glass. Is that correct? No. What am I thinking?
No glass.
Okay.
You're thinking of like I really like to use a very nice, clear piece of Montana agate.
That's it, the Montana agate.
With a 1 or 2 little dendrites that look like birds.
That's what I'm thinking.
This is advantageous for a couple of reasons. One, it gives you a something else in the image. You know, you see a bird in the image, and 2, it gives you the best possible surface that you can polish. I mean, you can get a perfect polish on a Montana agate, where most scenic things, the part that gives you the scene is usually porous and doesn't allow you to get as good a polish on the surface.
Some of your pieces are incredibly complex.
Yeah.
They're incredibly complex, like way above and beyond what I have personally accomplished. So they're definitely inspirational, and some of them they're for sale. Or you have some for sale on the website.
They put some on the website.
Okay, and the website is the Gem Shop. I must admit, you have a very nice website.
Well, thank you.
It is above and beyond a lot of other rock sellers' websites.
Well, we were very lucky, got in on that early. I got very good advice from some people very early, and we started our website back in the late 90s.
Oh wow, I didn't know you had it that long.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, at first it was just a page or two, you know, and I don't know how many pages are on there now.
There's a lot. It's a big website.
Yeah.
It's that in of itself is kind of its own impressive feat when you see all the other websites there are.
You know,
So I think a lot of people maybe don't really understand what intarsia is, even though I've shown someone here on the screen. It's the way I try to describe it to people is the careful fitment of stones that you glue together to sometimes highlight a piece, or how would you describe it to somebody that maybe
intarsia is a very old term. I mean, they've been doing this for thousands of years, and basically what it means, gluing things together or stone together. It doesn't have to be stone, but gluing pieces of some material together to form a picture. Back in the 1400s or so, then there was kind of a split, and wood intarsia became very popular in Italy and Europe, and the stone intarsia is just kind of muddled along. But with the interest in picturesque stones, people started framing them, or just making a frame, which is an intarsia technique. Just glue stones together to create an image or a design.
I think that a much more eloquent description than what I have. I've been looking at some of the Florentine, like Commesso Pietrodora, like giant pieces, and that is beyond impressive.
Right.
Beyond impressive.
Right.
So, what are you doing your intarsia pieces on? Are you using a faceting machine?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I just have an old Graves faceter, and it's basically that and your regular lapidary stuff.
I think that's my next step. I need to get a faceting machine. I have the original intarsia machine. So I have an intarsia machine, and then I have the flat lap.
I've never seen any of these intarsia machines, and I see that they're talked about every once in a while.
Yeah, so it's just a flat lap that's the disc is vertical, and then you have a 90-degree fence that you can put angled pieces on.
Just to try to get it.
To try to do that perfect 90, that perfect 45 or 30 or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, a faceting machine would be that's the ticket.
Sure.
So, well, thank you so much. Definitely go to the Gem Shop and enjoy his work there. There's a bunch of beautiful pieces.
By the way, I think I was interviewed about the intarsia a few weeks ago.
Really?
And it was for, I believe, an article to come out in Rock and Gem in April. I'm not sure.
I will be looking forward to that, and you should be looking forward to that as well, because that would be great. I feel like Intarsia has gotten, it's kind of faded. It's not popular.
Yeah, it fades and comes back a
Yeah.
little bit.
I know from reading a lapidary journal, it was quite popular in the 90s. There's a lot of articles about Intarsia, and now less so, but maybe we're potentially seeing a little bit of a renaissance of it,
Maybe.
which would be fantastic. So, well, thank you very much, and I'll be looking
Okay.
forward to that article. I'm going to be looking forward to that.
Okay,
All right,
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
What
So this,
This is the Idaho wildfire. That's
Okay.
what we call it. And there's not many of the true wildfire pieces left in here because they mined this years ago. Oh, can you hand me that flaming piece back there that I sit on your table for Dawn?
can we go on the other side to look
Yeah,
at it?
come on
Because we're
back,
like,
yeah.
otherwise it's like you're in a shadow.
I'm sure you've met Sage before. Sage is the... Yeah, I introduced myself. Okay. Starstruck. But yeah, that's more the
Very cool.
namesake, I should say.
So there's a lot of different jaspers coming out, but are they physically close to each other? Is that the deal?
So yeah, most of these jaspers are going to be spider webbing one into the other.
Hold on, can I throw a microphone? You want to talk? Can you do this? There's a lot of different jaspers. Well, first off, jasper or agate.
It's
Yeah?
mainly jasper.
Okay.
For the wildfire, it's going to be mainly jasper. You'll see some agate that it's translucent, but 90% jasper, I'd say. They're really interesting because they run all into each other. Each silica pool, if you follow it down, you're going to find two more silica seams that just run in different directions, and those could split off into two more.
And all of this is coming out of Idaho.
All of it's coming out of Idaho. Yep, this is mined a half of a mile away from all of the Sunset, which is crazy because it's all totally different.
Yeah.
Right along the same fault line. And the diversity is pretty amazing.
Are you particularly fond of one over the other?
Personally, I like the wildfire more, just because me and my dad spent a year hand mining it, just to make sure we could afford the excavator for everything else. So it's just kind of like the start of the story.
I feel like it's also, I mean, there's a lot of diversity in the Sunset, but this is a really diverse.
We only put the wildfire in here, but we've got 6 or 7 buckets of this.
Okay.
And we got it by hoeing the bottom and just pulling up. Every piece was completely different.
And so this is what's left after, several years of selling it, right?
Yeah, this has been out for several years, and so the diversity's definitely gone down a little bit, but just insane stuff. Lots of fun.
So what exactly do you do? Are you cutting some of this? Are you just
I'm not
mining?
going to be cutting a lot of it. That's going to be my dad's department. I do some calving. I'll do some polishing, but I haven't gotten into that too much. Right now, I'm just trying to keep myself supported by just being an excavator operator and keeping the company solid.
He's also just an amazing spotter. He knows when there's something there.
Okay, so slabs, rough. You kind of have a lot here.
We do. A lot to go through.
You don't have any of the slabs or the orb stuff. We did find some material that's orbs.
Dude, I'm chipping and I'm finding orbs everywhere in this stuff.
Look at that. That is very nice.
Yeah, this year we were able to finally get down about 40 feet to get into the seams, and they're getting a lot more solid. The first year we were having problems with it just being moved around by earthquakes a lot. So the fracturing was definitely there. Now that we're down 40 feet, it's hard. It's really hard to dig through, but we're finally getting to really
So it's
solid.
is it like a deposit that has a lot of seams? Are you chasing seams? Are they like vertical?
So that's the fun part is we'll get some that are like a straight vertical, and then you'll have one that runs horizontal right on top of it.
Okay.
And you'll see at some point the pieces will come together in mixed colors, but the silica is always shared, which is the most interesting thing.
It's almost like an interstate highway system.
Yeah.
And every little seam that joins into bigger ones, the
it'll get the
ones get
characteristics of the little ones, and then yeah, all the seams will run into their own characteristics, and that's why we get so many different varieties.
It's very good stuff. Very cool.
Like this is probably one of the small feeder seams that led into a larger seam like that.
Okay.
And these would have, some of these were just almost clear and black, kind of Sydney.
I mean that's still really cool though.
Yeah,
like that's a cool like just.
The most common things will run into like this seam was on its own at one point, and then this seam was on its own. And at first we were seeing a V starting to form together while we were mining, and it would just slowly split apart, and we'd start getting angel wing and stuff in between them. And so that's where you'd get like this kind of material. It split off of the main seam,
Okay.
and then it started going its own direction. While the other one went left, it went right, and started feeding other seams. And so if you wanted to follow this one for the mine, you'd go one way, and if you want, it's really interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it is impressive for sure.
It's a lot of fun.
Let's get some contact info for you because I'm sure people. There you go. Classic Rocks. Do you have a business card?
I do not, but if you want to get a hold of my dad, it's just Casey Santee on Facebook.
I will put that. I'll put that down below here.
Just right here.
Yeah, right.
There you go. And he usually responds to messages pretty quick. So
Awesome, man. Well, thank you
Absolutely.
for digging all the holes and getting all this stuff out.
It's a lot of fun.
I wouldn't want to be the one doing that. I'm glad that you're doing it.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but we love it.
Look who I found. What is up, man? Finally. Okay. Wait. Okay. Lapidary Dave. Hey, check it out. 7 years ago, you uploaded a video and it was talking about 6-inch wheels versus 8-inch wheels. I saw that video and I was like, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about. And now we get to finally meet.
Dude, I love you.
Well, thank you.
It's such an honor to meet you finally.
No, this is great. I've been wanting to catch up, and I get to shove a camera in your face, and which is very different. Usually, he's the one filming stuff. I'm the one filming today.
Are you having fun?
Yeah, no, it's good. The show's fun.
Do you find anything that you actually like? Because you got great taste.
I want a Rhino Lapidary 18-inch slab saw that's sitting over there. That's what I want.
The Turkish ones.
Oh yeah.
Those are kind of.
They're good. They're good.
And I know you got great taste, and you're not afraid to tell people your opinion on stuff. Like, did you like their? Like, does it look overbuilt?
Yes.
In a good way, though.
Yeah, it looks like it's something that like you die and somebody else gets.
Yeah, and then their kids get it.
Yeah.
And their grandkids
Yeah,
sell it off.
like it ends up on Facebook Marketplace in 45 years.
Oh man.
Wait, I hope Facebook Marketplace doesn't exist in 45 years. Something else. The next one. The next one.
Oh,
Cool. Well, what's good here? You're looking at turquoise.
Yeah, this is Jackson. He's a miner. He works with Chris Rose at one of the Royston claims.
Oh, cool.
And he probably has. I don't want to talk snake on anyone else on Royston, but I think he has my favorite. The best cuts, the best quality.
I'm gonna clip this on you, buddy.
Let's do it. Anyway.
What is it?
Here, hold on.
Are these 32-bit?
I'll just do a magnet thing here. Can you hold that a sec?
You got it.
Hold that. Okay. Let's magnet this guy onto you. Look at that. There we go. Turquoise.
Yeah.
I know so little about turquoise. It's impressive.
Man,
How little I know.
You know, turquoise is one of those things where it's like it becomes your identity. Like, you can be a rock person without being a turquoise person. You can definitely be a turquoise person without being a rock person.
I feel like I've learned a lot from watching your videos, which has been very helpful.
Jackson, he's a rock guy, but he's also a turquoise daddy. And he mines his own materials. I love his little show specials over here. This is less than half of the price of anyone else's casually. This is probably a fifth of the price online. Like,
Okay.
he's just, the best. Like that right there for $1.50 a gram, that's a $350 cabochon all day long, even with the cords. The Damali over there, it goes for, I see it go, like $15 to $60 a carat.
Yeah,
Cut.
more reason.
And what is yours going for, Jackson?
Most of these are like four carat. Some of them are going to be more.
Yeah, and just being in the turquoise world, he can get it to where he can actually make good money on selling it for $4. It's like 1/10 of the price of anyone else. I mean, cab, $600 all day long for that. There's probably like $50, $60.
Very nice.
And in Tucson, since people are paying $25,000, $30,000 for their booth, they're just not really providing those kind of deals, you know. And also, he mines it. He mines the goods.
Are you cutting it as well?
Yeah, I mine it and cut it. I don't own any mines or anything. I go and work for the mine owners.
Okay. Well, do you have something with your info on it?
Sure.
Are you're selling stuff online as well, or?
I sometimes sell stuff through Instagram.
There you go.
Turquoise_miner.
Very cool.
Sweet, thank you.
You can get that close with that camera?
Oh, dude.
That is so impressive.
Look at that.
Is it autofocusing?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, no, this thing's like crystal clear. You can be like 1 inch from something, and it's like,
oh man,
it's amazing. It's amazing.
And you look good with it too. Like,
well, I promised on John Rowland's behalf 10 pounds of this rock to somebody.
Oh, yeah.
So
I saw that. I heard that. That's so funny.
I feel like he's not going to come through, so I'm just going to have to buy some for the person because, you know, John is John. Do you have a recommendation for like a nice piece of sunset? Like what do you, something that maybe somebody could cut or polish? Like what's a nice piece here?
That's a good piece if you like unusual.
Oh, hey. That is really beautiful. That's a nice chunky piece.
It is.
And I'm going to give it to the person that gets the wet belt sander. So I think that's a good piece to polish on a wet belt sander. Yep. So I'm going to take that.
Nice.
I'm only renting it. It's going to be handed off to somebody else.
Oh yeah. Did you want to wrap it up or anything for you?
Sure, why not? Thank you. I'm exhausted. That was the powwow. Well, I mean, what I'm pointing at right now is an empty lot, but that was the powwow. I got some cool stuff. It was great to meet some great people like Dave, Lapidary Dave. Love that guy. It's good to finally meet after all these years, and yeah, no, I'm wiped. I'm wiped, but overall, that show exceeded my expectations, and we've gone to a bunch of shows. So I think all that's left to do is zone out and fall asleep in my cheese wedge. Thanks for watching, everybody, and catch you on the next video. We are back from Quartzsite, Arizona. These are the things that I got at the powwow, which was not the only show that we went to. But this is what we got at the powwow. Now, some people, of course, absolutely like back the truck up at the powwow. That's not us.
Yeah.
You weren't really in the video much.
Oh, I wasn't?
No, you weren't.
I was there.
You were there, but you weren't really in the video.
Yeah, I was full-time dog handling.
It was our dog's first rock show. Because generally, you know, coming from the Pacific Northwest, rock shows are, well, they're indoors because, you know, they happen in the wintertime or, you know, it's just more likely to have sucky weather. So Laika came this time. Also, we were camping and there's no place for her to go. What's she going to do?
Yeah.
So you were doing a lot of dog babysitting.
Yeah, Laika did pretty good, though. She did good the first day. I mean, she doesn't go to big events. We don't bring her to things with a lot of people or dogs, so it was a little different for her. She did good the first day. Second day, there's a lot of other dogs, and she doesn't really like other dogs, so she did less good. We spent more time sitting at the car than trailing behind you. But I was there.
At Quartzsite, there's 500, at the powwow, there's 575 vendors, and really, there's no way that you could touch them all and like see everything and talk to everybody. It's just literally not a possibility. However, we did talk to a handful of people, made a couple of good videos there, and I bought some things and got some things that I think are pretty fun. You know, the guys over there at the Polka Dot, okay? I got a beer koozie. What can I say? I'm a beer koozie fan. Lapidary Dave gave me a piece of turquoise. No, I'm not a soft rock polisher. but maybe I'm gonna have to give it a go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give it a go. A piece of quartz with the mica inclusions. It's very cool. Rockhound Envy. We're gonna go to this claim. We're gonna dig some of these. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, you're probably wondering what in the heck these are. There's a vendor there, and he had these 3D printed crystal bases, and they kind of go like that, and then you go like that, obviously with like, you know, it would be
round.
it would be like that. And you know, I picked up a couple of those. Now, I did buy a rock, and this is for the wet pelt sander giveaway, because I feel like, well, this is going to be the only Idaho sunset that they get. So I picked up that piece, and this is going to be a giveaway rock. And Casey chased me down and gave me a couple of pieces. Casey is the mine owner there. Very nice and generous guy. This piece is very exceptional with its little wacky flame details. Very cool of him to give me a couple of those pieces. I did pick up a calendar at the gem shop, which, you know, I mean, like, come on. Like, have that up on the wall for a month? Like, I like that.
There's a lot of photos in there.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. These are still available. You can go get yourself a 2025 Gem Shop calendar. Also, Pat McMahon generously gave me a book for the library here, which this is very cool, very extensive.
Show that on its side so you can see how thick it is. That thick.
Very thick, very thick. It's very glossy there. Let's go like that. Okay. Well, I was extremely overwhelmed at the powwow. Extremely overwhelmed in a good way, but it was definitely an overwhelming experience for me. It was great to meet everybody, all the people that came up to us and said hello, and people petting the dog, and it was overall, it was good.
Yeah.
There was a couple of highlights for me personally. You know, it was extremely cool to meet Lapidary Dave. You know, like I've watched his videos, we've had conversations. That was a very cool thing. Meeting Gene Mueller was also, we had an excellent conversation with him. You saw it on the video, and really, I didn't even record all of it. So a lot of it was meeting people that we're going to be doing some future videos with, and just kind of, I guess, socializing. It was socializing. It was cool to walk around with AZ Rockhound Expeditions. Those guys over there, it was fun to hang out with them. And overall, it was just very busy. It was very busy.
Yeah.
You know, we were there for 2 days. And
usually when we go to a rock show, we go when it opens the first day.
Yes.
So we were at the second day and the third day, the third day was weekend, Saturday. So it's a little different experience than getting there as they unlock the doors on the first day.
Yeah. Stay tuned though. There's going to be a couple of more videos that we shot when we were down there in Quartzsite, Arizona, which I gotta mention this. I don't like it. Like,
it's the site of
it's
quartz.
Quartzsite and not Quartzsite.
They didn't find quartzite. They found quartz, and it was the site of the quartz.
I know, but come
not
on.
the site of the quartzite.
You're killing.
Quartzite site.
Yes, Quartzsite site. Quartzsite, whatever. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned. There's going to be a video over at Desert Gardens coming up. There will also be a dedicated video with a very excellent lapidary machine manufacturer, and both of those, I think, are quite good. Do you have any last thoughts on going to the Quartzsite Pow-Wow? Go again? Not go again? No dog? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if we have a way to go without the dog. I would go again on a Thursday, Friday, or at least know what we're getting into for Saturday.
Yeah, you know.
I would not go on a Sunday. I don't know. You think there's less people on a Sunday?
I don't know. I learned a couple of things here, though. I would definitely go back, and it'd be interesting to go back and not film.
Yeah.
You know, it definitely is a big distraction, and it's hard for me personally to sometimes film the stuff in public and do that. But I would like to go back maybe and just meander. Well, thanks everybody. Go check out the website, currently rockhounding.com, and I will catch you in the next video.